Alright, so we are here again in the Honda Civic Type R. They fixed everything now for the US side, so you can now, if you've bought this pack already, just go to the PSN store, click on download, and everything should be right and ready for you once you hop into the game once again. So here we are in the Civic Type R. Now we get to drive the car for real this time, not in just some locked event for free. So what I wanted to see is how exactly this front-wheel drive ranking fares up against its French rival, the Renault Megane RS, and some sports class cars. I'm thinking the A45. Well, it is heavier, but it has much more power. But I think a car with at least much power than that. And another bike, the CBR Fireblade, that is also in this game. Now I know, because I know Auto Express compared both this car and the bike around the track. I think the bike squared it out, but this is Driveclub, and physics on this are enjoyable, but lots different. But I'm not saying that this car isn't up to the test though, but safe to say, usually when we're comparing the super bikes in this game, it's probably best to put them up against cars of the super or hyper class, because that's where the real competition is, and that's how those bikes are evenly matched with. Even though this car does have much more power and it's much lighter. For record purposes, that thing is fast. This thing is faster around the Nurburgring than that thing. That thing, the Golf R with all-wheel drive and 296 horsepower on tap, did run around the ring in 812. This thing in 750. It's faster than most cars in this game already. But as I'm seeing here, very easy to handle. Not a lot of understeer. The Megane does feel a tad lighter. This thing just packs a lot more power than that. But the Megane does feel a tad lighter, and that could raise the stakes all a bit more. Now if I were compared against the bike would probably cream around here this bit. Around here, car probably has a bit of an advantage, but the bike would just motor away at the end here. If anything, the bike will come in first. This is probably second, the Megane third, and I don't know. I figure actually I could put it up against a Bentley or something like that. Because what I'm trying to do here is trying to blur the lines between like both any classes. So I try to do that with exotic and hyper, and unfortunately that didn't work, because even though the Michelin LP670-4 had more power, the Honda was much lighter, and that just trounced it in every track that I put it up against. The Civic is light and powerful, and it's much lighter than the Bentley Continental, both Continentals. But I don't know if it'll do much good here. Actually, you know what? I could put it up against the M235 or the M135. M135, make it hatchback worthy. I also noticed, as I said before, that the back tends to step out more in this when I apply the brakes. Same thing with the, not with the Skyline, but more with this. But it has so much grip. That's so good, so key. The aero and the big rear wing is just doing it much justice in the corner. So that's the Civic Type R for you. Let's hop into the Renault and see how this compares. Alright, so here, Renault. This is pretty much, so if you've been following me as I've been playing NFS World, rest in peace and all that, you probably know that I absolutely adore the Renault Megane. The Renault Megane RS is just a beautiful track-worthy hatchback that's just broken so many records now, and they're making a new one, and it better look just as good. And it's just so track-focused, the Renault is. I can't really think of any other hatchback, other than the Civic and the Cupra, Seattle Cupra, has ever come close to beating this thing front-wheel drive around the track. The thing is just planted, just so focused, simply track worthy. Just put it through its paces, just get it to where it needs to go, and it will go there, and it will just follow its way out. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. So stat-wise, this is lighter than the Civic, but it has nearly 30 less horse, 30 or so less horses than the Civic. So once again, it's a lightness versus power, but it's not like the Focus RS where you're dealing with 300 or so horsepower, but it's heavy. This, because the difference in weight is not that much. It's about 5 to 10 pounds difference between this and the Civic. So the Civic does have a bit of an edge, but this thing still feels lighter and much more docile. Mind you, this is only 2-seater, the Civic is a 4-seater, so that's just pretty much shows you how much work Honda put into that Civic. This thing is heavenly. This thing is heavenly. What they need to do now is need to put in Seat, the Leon Cooper, because that's another rival of the front-wheel drive. Because that's just VW trying to toy with Renault. And any other of its constituents or adversaries in the race for the Ring Cup. This thing is heavenly. One more go. Oh dearie me. Oh, shot it. Ho 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 ho. I'm telling you, man. I am a bit sad that we might get to witness the dethroning of the hatchback king, because this was the hatchback king before. The Civic might have just taken his crown away from him, but all is worth it. This car still looks, to me, a bit better than the Civic, and it just feels a lot more docile. This is just heavenly. Look at it. Brilliant. Okay, so that's the Renault for you. Definitely the docile thing. Doesn't even need any extra massive wing to help it propel it around the track or anything. So we're gonna use this. We're gonna compare it against the Honda Fireblade CBR and the BMW M135. See if we can blur some lines in there. We're gonna put it against 2 tracks to see if the Civic or the Renault come out on top, and see if we can blur lines between the hatchback and the sports classes. Enjoy that!